Longtime Massachusetts resident. He's been here for several months now, and he's paid so much in taxes that pretty much the entire state police payroll has been funded by this guy. I don't know if you guys know that. He's basically the boss. Yeah.
Commissioner Baker.
They're going to put him in charge soon and give him the post. Let him run the thing.
Yeah.
He's soon to be named. What is that? What do they call the person? Commander?
I mean, if he wanted to run, he wouldn't catch him anyway. Yeah, no fear. What's he running from?
Colonel. I named the Colonel. Yeah.
Colonel Baker.
Colonel Baker is going to take over MSP. Yep. Because he's paying for it. He's footing the bill. I don't know if you guys know this. He foots the bill for all of them. For every trooper there is. This guy pays for them.
Boy.
Javon Baker yesterday was in the locker room, and Dakota Randall
Caught up with him? Good job.
Dakota Randall, now writing for ProFootballNetwork.com, sees Javon Baker and thinks, well, I'm going to go talk to this guy, see if he's got anything to add to the situation that Jerod Mayo spoke about earlier in the week. Said, do you have anything to say about this? And he said, anybody that I needed to apologize to or anything I needed to do, I already did. At the end of the day, it's a Coach Jerod question. Dakota Randall writes, only Baker and the officer involved know the full details of what happened at the airport. It's possible Baker had a legitimate gripe and that his biggest error was publicly venting about it without being cognizant of the realities of life as a professional football player. Regardless, Baker doesn't regret what he said in the video. Quote, I don't know, honestly. I guess more eyeballs are on me because I'm in the NFL. But if I regret anything I said, I wouldn't have ever said it. So I don't regret nothing.
I mean, the eyeball comment on that is correct. Yeah, because you're Javon Baker, you're a draft pick in the NFL on the New England Patriots, and if this was Joe Schmo, we wouldn't hear anything about it. So he is right on that respect. That I'm in the NFL and probably more eyeballs on me, and you hear about it. But to show no remorse or I have nothing to apologize more for. I stand by what man.
And then he reiterates a second time, at the end of the day, it's a Coach Mayo question. Go talk to Coach Mayo is what he's saying. And Mayo spoke about it and talked about how it doesn't represent what we want to be or who we will be or all,
Correct.
Jerod Mayo issued an apology. Javon, it's Javon, right?
Javon.
It's Javon Baker
yes.
has not. He does not at all want to apologize, at least not publicly, about anything that happened.
He's very upset he got the ticket.
He doesn't want to admit that he or doesn't believe that anything he did in this situation was wrong.
Or he was treated differently than most people are treated at the airport.
Doesn't bode well. Yeah, we're talking about
See what happens this weekend. See what happens this weekend.
Yeah. He won't play. He's not going to play this weekend.
He's not going to play.
He'll be
inactive.
He's going to be inactive. He's not playing Sunday. So you won't see him. You won't see him Sunday. You may not see him next Sunday. You may not see him for 6 weeks. Who knows? Who knows? Because here's the other part of it. He hasn't put it together on the field yet. We know all the easily identifiable issues, from the summer, and that is he can't catch the ball. He's had an issue with drops, which was an issue he dealt with the last couple of seasons in college, but you can get over that, right? If you're an explosive playmaker,
sure,
the drops will, just be part of the game. Also, wouldn't be the first rookie in the NFL to deal with a drop issue. But he hasn't been able to even figure out, according to Phil Perry, where to line up on the field.
Oh, boy.
He doesn't even know where to line up. They can't get him to line up properly. So Phil will be in here at noon. He could tell you more about that. But between not being able to line up, not being able to catch the ball, and now adding to it with off-the-field matters, which have now opened the book on what else was there about Javon Baker.
Why did teams have him off the track?
Why did all these teams take him off their board? Why is it that if he's so good and so explosive and 50-plus yard plays, is he going in the fourth round? And then you've heard the reporting, I'm sure, from Greg Bedard about other executives who said, nope, would not touch this player. He was off our board. Too many off-the-field concerns. He had his dad hovering around too much, and everything was about money, and there's some stuff about NIL stuff at UCF, Central Florida.
Yep. Left Alabama for Central Florida. Yeah.
Had another incident where he flashed a gun at someone. I mean, he's got issues
He's created a distraction here
that
prior to week one.
are now being discussed that otherwise weren't being discussed.
Right.
And so showed up with an entourage. 4th-round pick showed up with an entourage to minicamp.
That feels aggressive.
Heard that.
You heard that?
Yep.
Yeah, how did that go over? Did you hear about how it went over?
No,
Why do you think we heard about it?
because it's unusual.
Yeah, because it didn't go over well.
Yeah.
Because there were other people, players, coaches, who looked at that and said, what the hell is this?
Are you paying them?
Who are all these people? What the hell is going on with you? What?
My man Terry Glenn had
Wait.
an entourage, but
Well-
he's a former first-round top pick.
First rounder.
Terry, break your ankles.
A little more leash there.
Terry, turn you around, break your ankles en route. Yeah. Yeah.
4th rounders don't typically walk through the door with an entourage.
No.
Yeah. Turn some heads. Okay, so that turned some heads. They've got all these questions now, and I think he's not really going to be a big part of their plans. And when all this stuff starts happening with a guy who's been here for 5 minutes, I always say, not long for the job.
NFL.
You know, it's like you're not going to make it to the end of your rookie deal here, man. That's not going to happen for you. Like, yep, maybe you're here in a year. We'll see if you're here in 2. Because now, if you can't play, they will not be lenient. They will not be patient. None of that happens. It just doesn't. Chad Ryland was a 4th rounder a year ago, right?
Yeah.
Now he had no off the field issues, right?
Too nice a guy.
Couldn't play though.
Right.
4th rounder, they just have less patience with you as a 4th rounder.
You become expendable.
Granted, kickers there's only one of, so it's a little different.
No,
Not
you're right,
apples
but
to
like
apples,
first
but
rounders, second rounders, you got 9 lives.
yes,
Yeah.
4th rounders don't.
No.
If you're a headache and you can't play, we're not going to waste our time. We're going to cut our losses and move on.
Look, at like 22, it was a dumb decision to go on Instagram Live, but when your head coach pulls you aside and talks to you about it and sits you down and says, hey, we can't have it, can't do it, and then you're in the locker room a few days later after that,
After he addresses the press, meaning the head coach.
Yes.
and double down on the mistake. Like
Make the
that's
head coach look
that's
bad.
the biggest red flag to me. More so than
Yesterday
Instagram
is a
Live.
bigger red flag for
100%.
you.
Yes.
And it
Yeah.
makes sense.
And why don't you guys go talk to Coach Mayo?
22. You screwed up.
Yeah.
People, especially at that age, you do a million really bad, terrible, stupid things. You have bad ideas and you act on them.
Right.
But it's like when the adult in the room is like, hey, sit down. Let me talk to you about this. And then 3 days later, you're like, nope, no regrets. So get the tattoo.
No regrets. No regrets. That's right, Scotty P.
Like,
Because the beginning of his quote, him talking about more eyeballs on the NFL, you know Jerod Mayo said that to him in the explanation, and then he just rifles that off and then says, go talk to Jerod Mayo. Like, come on, dude.
The PR team doesn't want this distraction either.
No.
Now you got to deal with this. Now you got to deal with people wanting to talk to him. It's bad. It's a bad distraction. It's not to the level what happened with Jack Jones, but like
But Jack Jones could
have
play.
you watched the video?
I did not in its entirety. I know you said there's some more things to it because you went back and watched it last night.
He's driving while he's doing it. It looks
That's
like he
it.
has,
I
he has
didn't
the
want to say
phone on
that.
his lap,
Yeah, I didn't wanna
driving
say
around
that.
while taping this video,
I don't
doing an
wanna say that.
Instagram Live.
Yeah.
The part that I hate is like he names the trooper.
Oh man,
He drops the guy's name. Like, what are you trying to do there
Yeah.
by dropping his name? You're trying to what?
Do you think like the police talk like they have interworked, like they have friends, and you chat about things, right? Like we're in this business, we talk all the time. Like, what about next time he gets pulled over? How do you think that's going to go? Oh, you're the guy that said this about Trooper so and so, huh? Give me a license registration. Yeah, you were going 3 miles over the speed limit.
Right? No.
You know,
It's.
we got you at 68 and a 65. Give me your stuff now.
I don't think that should matter.
No.
Honestly, like that's not how it should go.
No,
but
it's a human element of it, man.
But it's, I pulled you over going 15 miles an hour. You're doing 80 in the 65, and you are getting the ticket,
Yeah.
not the warning today.
Yep. Sorry, Colonel Baker.
If it's anything worse than that, I would say, well, now you got a problem on the other end. But it's just, even without that, what are you doing?
It's nonsensical.
What are you doing? After someone explains to you not to do that and how you got to grow up and be more mature, and then you double down on it.
Yeah, it's a problem you don't need. Like you're not grasping things real well. You're not playing like you should be, and now you got this on top of it.
Do you think the trooper held on to it like he did? He probably just went about his day.
I don't think the trooper gives it.
I don't think
Exactly.
I think
He's
it
got
was
enough
the
problems. Don't
last
morons.
thing. And I'm sorry, but I know in Javon Baker's mind, he's top of the mountain, king of the world, and colonel of the state police, but he's not a household name. I'd like to know if the trooper even had a freaking clue who he was, because I bet he didn't. I mean, he had
ticket was already written, right?
no idea. Yeah. He's just the guy at the airport who was refusing to move. And when you refuse to move at the front door of the airport, you get yelled at first, and then you get a ticket.
Yep.
Because that's what all of us deal with.
Probably,
and it is a
probably
service.
didn't even run the plate.
It is a much-needed service. The airport trooper that yells at you to keep it moving, thank God for that service.
Imagine what Logan would be like if you didn't have
that going on there. God. I need everyone on their toes over there. All of us, right? Not excluding any of us. And I've said it. I said it the other day. That just feels like home. Getting yelled at the gate of Logan Airport, that's Boston, baby. Welcome to town.
Yeah, you don't need the mayor thanking you on the crosswalk on the way over. Just get yelled at by the state police.
No, the weird cricket sound in the elevator in the garage at the air, right? And then like Mar Healy welcoming me, and it used to be Menino years ago.
Yeah. Welcome to Boston.
I don't need any of that. That doesn't feel like home. That feels forced and fake. The trooper yelling on the sidewalk to keep it moving.
Yep.
Now you're home. Yeah. Now you feel good. No, double down and go talk to coach.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. I don't know if you know, but they employ you. Like, that guy is your paycheck now. Don't piss off your boss.
He got enough on his plate. Now you got to deal with you twice this week.
Simple life lesson. Don't make your boss angry for no good reason.
Twice in 1 week. I've already dealt with him, and he doubled down on it. Now I got to go deal with him again.
Yeah. Is it going to be a problem when he's not playing?
I don't know. If he is, he'll be gone.
It's a question, because I don't think he's going to play much now.
Yep. They're not short on all the receivers. That's why they kept so many. So you're expendable. Next guy up. Let's go.
Hey, if you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand right here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.